बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम। डिस्कस करते हैं हाफ बुक टेस्ट सीरीज़ सेकेंड ईयर मेडिकल, ये जो सीरीज़ 4 है। अ क्रोमोसोम विद अनइक्वल लेंथ ऑफ इट्स आर्म इज कॉल्ड। तो ये हमारे पास सब मेटासेंट्रिक क्रोमोसोम है, सब मेटासेंट्रिक क्रोमोसोम, क्योंकि ये हमारे पास एक क्रोमोसोम है। अब ये इसका सेंट्रोमेयर है। लेट सपोज ये 4 सेंटीमीटर है और ये 6 सेंटीमीटर है। तो अनइक्वल का मतलब है तकरीबन नियर इक्वल, तो ये सब मेटासेंट्रिक क्रोमोसोम है। In a Hershey and Chase experiment, the P32 labeled bacteriophages allowed to infect the bacteria. During analysis, P32 was detected. तो P32 was detected inside the bacterial cell, क्योंकि बैक्टीरियल सेल के अंदर डीएनए था और डीएनए में फॉस्फेट है, फॉस्फेट, तो उसमें फास्फोरस इन लोगों ने नोट किया। In Michelson and Stahl experiment, the DNA from the sample 20 minutes after centrifugation, तो जो हमारे पास 40 मिनट का जो सैंपल था। अच्छा, मैं ज़रा इसको रफ़ करता हूँ। अब हमारे पास सबसे जो हैवी डीएनए था, हैवी डीएनए, वो असल में N15 वाला डीएनए था, जिसके दोनों स्ट्रैंड N15 से बने थे। और लाइट डीएनए वो डीएनए था जिनके दोनों स्ट्रैंड्स N14 से बने थे। एक N15 और जो हमारे पास 20 मिनट सैंपल था, तो उसका एक स्ट्रैंड N14 से और दूसरा N15 से बना था, तो उसकी सेडिमेंटेशन इंटरमीडिएट हो गई, वो इंटरमीडिएट डीएनए कहलाता है। Which of the following it says stop कोडान? तो स्टॉप कोडान हमारे पास, स्टॉप जो कोडान है तो हमारे पास UAA, UAG और UGA। तो इसमें UAG ये हमारे पास करेक्ट ऑप्शन है, करेक्ट ऑप्शन। अच्छा, इसके बाद हम डिस्कस करते हैं इन माइटोकॉन्ड्रियल डीएनए। ये जो UGA है, ये कोडान, UGA जो कोडान है, ये ट्राइप्टोपान के लिए आता है। किस चीज़ को डिनोट करता है? ट्राइप्टोपान को। If the amount of adenine in DNA of bacterial cell is 36%, अच्छा, अब एडिनिन थाइमीन के साथ 2 बॉन्ड बनाता है और गवानीन साइटोसिन के साथ, तो ये दोनों प्यूराइंस हैं और ये दोनों पायरामिडिन्स हैं, मतलब पायरामिड्स हैं, पायरामिड्स। अब दोनों को आप लोगों ने 50-50% बनाना है। इसको भी 50% बनाओ और इसको भी 50% बनाओ। अब एडिनिन, आपकी इस क्वेश्चन में आपसे पूछा जा रहा है कि ये हमारे पास 36% है, तो डेफिनेटली थाइमीन भी 36% होगा। अब एडिनिन प्यूराइन है और प्यूराइन 50%, तो जब ये 36 है तो 14% इसके साथ ऐड करो और इसके साथ भी 14% ऐड करो। तो अगर एडिनिन 36% है तो गवानीन 14% ही होगा। ठीक। If mRNA is synthesized with all different codons, what is the minimum number of amino acids in a protein that is formed by mRNA? अब हमारे पास इसमें क्या चीज़ है? अब हमारे पास mRNA में 3 न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स हैं। 3 न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स और 3 न्यूक्लियोटाइड हमारे पास कोड बनाता है। इफ mRNA सिंथेसाइज विद ऑल डिफरेंट कोडान्स, तो हमारे पास 4 है और 3 तो 64 कोडान्स है, 64 कोडान। व्हाट इज द मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ अमाइनो एसिड? तो 64 कोडान्स है, इसमें से 3 स्टॉप कोडान्स निकालो, 3 स्टॉप कोडान्स निकालो, स्टॉप कोडान्स, तो बनते कितने हैं? 61 कोडान्स। तो इसमें 61 का ऑप्शन नहीं है, 61, 64 इम्पॉसिबल है, स्टॉप निकालो, ये इम्पॉसिबल है, स्टॉप निकालो, नन तो नहीं आता, तो ये हमारे पास 60 आता है। क्लियर है? तो ये हमारे पास 60 आता है। और ये भी उस तरह का हमारे पास क्या चीज़ है, एक हमारे पास उस तरह का एक अमीनो एसिड है कि इन यूकैरियोटिक mRNA मॉलिक्यूल, यूकैरियोटिक mRNA मॉलिक्यूल, there are 90 nucleotides involved in translation process. Yes, 90 nucleotides है। What is the number of amino acids? तो अमाइनो एसिड डेफिनेटली 90 है, तो 90 है, तो डेफिनेटली अब न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स, देयर आर 20 न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स, तो एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स हमारे पास 3 हमारे पास अमाइनो एसिड्स होते हैं, तो डेफिनेटली इससे 30 आता है, 30। What is the number of amino acid in the protein formed by mRNA molecule? तो mRNA molecule में हमारे पास क्या चीज़ है? अब हम इसको 29 कंसिडर करेंगे। क्यों 29 कंसिडर करेंगे? हम स्टॉप वाले निकालेंगे, स्टॉप वाली कोडान्स निकालेंगे, स्टॉप कोडान्स हम निकालेंगे, क्योंकि हमारे पास स्टॉप कोडान्स भी है, तो स्टॉप कोडान 3 है, 3 को हम मतलब एक अमाइनो एसिड निकालेंगे, तो इस तरह। In Griffith experiment, the mice develops pneumonia when they were injected to heat killed S type और इसके साथ living R type. If the codon is consisted of only 2 nucleotides, तो RNA में हमारे पास 4 न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स है और 2 है, तो इस तरह 4 × 4 = 16, 16। X6Y सिंड्रोम ये क्लाइनफिल्टर सिंड्रोम है। Which of the following is nonsense codons? Nonsense codon स्टॉप कोडान को कहते हैं। In bacteria the newly synthesized mRNA is released in, तो बैक्टीरिया में तो न्यूक्लियस नहीं होता, तो it is definitely cytoplasm। डाउन सिंड्रोम को इसको हम मंगोलिज्म भी कहते हैं, मंगोलिज्म। द जेनेटिक ओरिजिन ऑफ डाउन सिंड्रोम, जेरोम लेजोनी एक डॉक्टर था, उसने 1959 में इसको प्रेजेंट किया था। कुवियर कंट्रीब्यूटेड, कुवियर ये पैलेंटोलॉजिस्ट था, पैलेंटोल फोसिल का स्टडी ये करता था, फोसिल का स्टडी ये करता था। Yale published, Yale was a geologist, Yale क्या था? जियोलॉजिस्ट था। Darwin collected 13 types of finches in Galapagos Island, ये तो यूनिवर्सल फैक्ट्स है। Which one is not related to Darwin's theory? तो Darwin's theory में यूज एंड मिस यूज, ये एक्चुअली ये इसमें करेक्ट है, क्योंकि ये लामार्किज्म का पॉइंट है। The study of geographical distribution is called biogeography। यार geographical distribution तो definitely biogeography। Human appendix, तो appendix तो आपको पता है, कॉक्सिस का लफ्ज जब आ जाए तो वेस्टेजियल organs। The existing species are the modified descendants, अभी आजकल की जो स्पीशीज है, modified descendant of the pre-existing, तो ये theory of organic evolution है। एवोल्यूशन के मुताबिक आजकल के स्पीशीज पुरानी स्पीशीज से बने हैं। यूज ऑफ हार्डे-वेनबर्ग्स प्रिंसिपल, विच एक्सप्रेशन रिप्रेजेंट द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ होमोजाइगस रिसेसिव एलील, तो ये है। Allelic frequencies will remain same from generation to generation in the absence of the following condition. Yes, बिल्कुल, ये अगर हटा दे तो allelic frequency remain same, ये हटा दे तो same, तो इसमें definitely ये हमारे पास correct option क्या आता है शाबाश? D. The study of the birds is called ornithology. Similarities in characteristics resulting from common ancestry. अगर characteristic में similarity है और ancestry same है, this is known as phylogeny. Phylogeny, ancestry अगर same है और characteristic में क्या चीज़ है? Similarities. The parts of the body used extensively to cope with the environment becomes larger and stronger, while those that are not used. तो ये तो लामार्क का use and disuse of organ ये है ना. Which of the following pair represents analogous structure? अब analogous structure इसमें insect wing और bat wing इसमें फ़र्क है, तो ये analogous structure है. Photosynthetic organisms ये हमारे पास producers है, small green plants. The careful use of resources is known as taking care of resources conservation. अच्छा इसमें इन्वायरमेंटल केयर ठीक है, क्योंकि इन्वायरमेंटल केयर भी इसको हम कहते हैं, ये दोनों. तो इसमें जो करेक्ट ऑप्शन है हमारे पास, इसको ज़रा मैं मिटा देता हूँ, इसमें हमारे पास कंजर्वेशन भी है, इन्वायरमेंटल केयर, ये दोनों ठीक आते हैं. तो दैट्स वाई बोथ ए एंड सी. ऑक्सीजन एंड नाइट्रोजन ये एटमॉस्फेयर को बनाता है, द बल्क ऑफ एटमॉस्फेयर, क्योंकि ये 21% है और ये 78% है. फ्रेश वाटर जो कि सॉलिड फॉर्म में है तो वो है 2%. अबाउट 10% तो नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेशन इन इंडस्ट्रियल हमारे पास 30 to 35%. इंडस्ट्रियल नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेशन इज कॉल्ड है बर्बोश प्रोसेस. सिंपल है. The reduction of nitrogen to ammonia that requires 16 molecule of ATP और enzyme complex, तो इसमें C option हमारे पास ठीक है. Which of the following is nitrogen fixing bacteria? Clostridium anaerobic है, ये aerobic nitrogen fixing, ये symbiotic, तो all of these. लिक हीमोग्लोबिन जो कि राइजोबियम में होता है, वो बिल्कुल हीमोग्लोबिन की तरह फंक्शन करता है. Gaseous transportation. The specialized nitrogen fixation structure Anabena में भी और Frankia में भी in the form of vesicle and heterocyst. तो ये both of these इसमें correct option है. Which of the following convert ammonia into nitrite? अब अमोनिया नाइट्राइट में कौन कन्वर्ट करता है? This is actually the nitromonas. Pseudomonas is actually a denitrifying bacteria. In recombinant DNA technology, a plasmid vector is cleaved by, a plasmid vector को क्लीव करता है, कौन क्लीव करता है? The same enzyme, वही enzyme that cleaves the donor DNA. तो C option ठीक है. Thermus equistum is the source of TAC polymerase. The complete set of chromosomal and extra chromosomal gene is called genome. A totipotent cell, that is a cell that is capable of developing into an organ. तो ये हमारे पास B option इसमें ठीक है. Natural restriction enzymes are present in the cytoplasm of bacteria. इस MA1 ये blunts कट लगाता है. Which of the following is commonly used DNA markers? तो इसमें ये भी है, ये भी है, ये भी है, और ये डी ऑप्शन असल में all of these है. ये क्या है शाबाश? all of these. इसमें ये करेक्ट है. Human Genome Project revealed that A human DNA is composed of about 3 billion chemical base pairs. The initial part of the plant which is used to develop the tissue culture is called explant. उसको हम क्या कहते हैं? explant. अब एक्सप्लांट हमारे पास इनिशियल पार्ट ऑफ द प्लांट होता है जिसको हम ग्रो करते हैं, जिससे हम नया एक प्लांट बना सकते हैं, तो वो हमारे पास क्या चीज़ होता है? एक्सप्लांट कहलाता है। अच्छा, इसके बाद डिस्कस करते हैं अ कल्चर टेक्निक दैट इन्वॉल्व्स रिकॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट सेल टाइप्स टू फॉर्म अ मोर डिफाइंड टिश्यू और एन ऑर्गन। अगर आप देखो कि इसमें हमारे पास क्या है, इसमें हमारे पास है इसमें अ टाइप ऑफ कल्चर टेक्निक, जिसमें कल्चर का एक टेक्निक होता है जिसमें क्या है, डिफरेंट सेल टाइप्स ये कंबाइन होकर डिफरेंट टिश्यूज या ऑर्गन बनाते हैं, तो इसको ऑर्गेनोटाइपिक कल्चर कहते हैं। क्या चीज कहते हैं? ऑर्गेनोटाइपिक कल्चर। अब द फर्स्ट जीन अवेलेबल फॉर जेनेटिक इंजीनियरिंग, तो ये हमारे पास कौन सा जीन है? CRY जीन है हमारे पास, CRY जीन है हमारे पास। द फर्स्ट ट्रांसजीनिक बैक्टीरिया, ये इट वाज प्रोड्यूस्ड इन 1973, और इसको किसने प्रेजेंट किया था? बॉयर ने प्रेजेंट किया था। गोबर कंटेन मीथेनोबैक्टीरिया। In sewage treatment plants, the solid waste taken out are called sludge. By habit, methanogen is a symbiotic bacteria है। Biomass energy in developing countries, ये कहाँ से आते हैं? इन तीनों से आता है, तो all of these. Yeast produces lovastatin, which is a cholesterol lowering agent. Penicillin is produced when the growth of the fungus is, जब growth of the fungus inhibited, secondary metabolite. Lab feeds on lactose and will produce lactic acid. Dish is used to speed up the process of germination of barley grain. इसमें जिब्रेलिन और अमाइलेज ये बार्ले ग्रेन की जर्मिनेशन को तेज बना देता है ताकि अल्कोहल प्रोड्यूस। चीज कैन बी मैच्योर्ड। अब चीज, अब ये इम्पोर्टेंट है कि जो चीज़ है हमारे पास, जिसको हम आई थिंक पनीर कहते हैं, पनीर, तो चीज़ हमारे पास क्या है? अब आपसे पूछा जा रहा है कि चीज़ कैन बी मैच्योर्ड, चीज़ को हम मैच्योर कर सकते हैं बाय द एडिशन ऑफ बैक्टीरिया और फंजाई। तो इसमें हमारे पास बी आता है, बी, बैक्टीरिया, फंजाई या दोनों। curdling of casein protein into solid mass is called curd. up to 3,000 bulls are fertilized from the semen of collected from one bull. पोल्ट्री फार्मिंग पर अगर इन्वेस्टमेंट किया जाए तो 1 से लेकर 6 महीनों के अंदर अंदर आपको आपकी आपने जो कुछ भी किया है तो वो आपको प्रोवाइड करेगा, क्या चीज़, पैसे पे प्रोवाइड करेगा। अच्छा, होल्स्टाइन फ्राइसन का जो ब्रीड है 10 to 15 लीटर ब्रीड होल्स्टाइन, नट होल्स्टाइन, तो 10 to 15 लीटर मिल्क ये प्रोवाइड। अमेरिकन कौ पाकिस्तान से 7 टाइम्स ज़्यादा पाकिस्तानी कौ से उसकी प्रोडक्टिविटी है, 7 टाइम्स अमेरिकन कौ की। बबोनिक प्लेग जो वैक्सीन है, इट इज़ एक्चुअली द इनएक्टिवेटेड वैक्सीन। बबोनिक प्लेग के लिए जो वैक्सीन्स बनाए जाते हैं इस तरह। अच्छा, तो अब हमारे पास क्या चीज़ है, हमारे पास है कि वो स्ट्रक्चर, द फर्स्ट स्ट्रक्चर विच स्पेसिफाई द डॉर्सल वेंट्रल पोजीशन ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो, कि जिससे हम डॉर्सल और वेंट्रल पोजीशन ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो ये मालूम कर सकते हैं। तो ये हमारे पास प्राइमरी स्ट्रीक है, प्राइमरी स्ट्रीक। द एसिडियन ग्रे साइटोप्लाज्म, एसिडियन का जो ग्रे साइटोप्लाज्म है, अच्छा एसिडियन का जो ग्रे साइटोप्लाज्म है वो गट बनाता है। एक है क्लियर साइटोप्लाज्म, एक है येलो साइटोप्लाज्म, लेकिन उसका जो ग्रे साइटोप्लाज्म है दैट इज एक्चुअली वो हमारे पास गट बनाता है। फिंगर नेल्स डिवेलप्स इन, फिंगर नेल्स डिवेलप होते हैं ड्यूरिंग फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर। आइडेंटिकल ट्विन्स, ये आइडेंटिकल ट्विन्स रिजल्ट्स फ्रॉम द फर्टिलाइजेशन ऑफ वन स्पर्म वन ओवम। A newborn baby child showing a state of jaundice is actually, तो ये हमारे पास हाइपरबिलिरुबिनेमिया है। lack of voluntary control over urination, तो इसको हम कहते हैं इनकॉन्टिनेंस। आपको पता है आपकी यूरिनरी प्रॉब्लम है, तब आपकी यूरिन पर अगर आपका कंट्रोल नहीं है तो इस कॉल्ड इनकॉन्टिनेंस। द डोमिनेंट जीनोटाइप ऑफ डाईहाइब्रिड क्रॉस, डाईहाइब्रिड क्रॉस में जो डोमिनेंट जीनोटाइप है इफ टू जनरेशन, तो डेफिनेटली ये है डोमिनेंट। अच्छा, the population having 40% dominant alleles for a trait, what will be the percentage of heterozygous individual alleles? अब heterozygous individual alleles अगर 40% है तो ये हमारे पास 48% होगा। इसको आप ट्राई करो, या आप ट्राई इट ऑन हार्डी वेनबर्ग प्रिंसिपल। हार्डी ये थोड़ा लंबा चौड़ा प्रोसेस है, तो इससे ये आएगा वेनबर्ग प्रिंसिपल। यह अगर मैं इसको क्लियर करूँ तो ये आई थिंक 2-3 स्लाइड बनाएगा। मल्टीपल एलील्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय, तो जो मल्टीपल एलील्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, मल्टीपल एलील्स, तो वो जीन म्यूटेशन होता है, जीन म्यूटेशन। A child from type AB female and O male both heterozygous for carrier H allele, तो ये हमारे पास बम्बई फिनोटाइप है। इसको अगर आप क्रॉस कर लो तो इसमें हमारे पास, अब लेट सपोज ये हमारे पास एक पनेट स्क्वायर है, अब ये हमारे पास एक पनेट स्क्वायर, तो ये मेल है और ये फीमेल है। लेट सपोज हमारे पास अब इसमें ओ मेल है, तो मेल हमारे पास स्मॉल आई है, ये स्मॉल आई है, और ए बी फीमेल, तो ये हमारे पास आई ए और आई बी है, आई ए और आई बी है। और इसका दूसरा पनेट स्क्वायर बनाते हैं, दूसरा पनेट स्क्वायर ये मेल के लिए और ये फीमेल के लिए। अब बोथ आर हेट्रोजाइगस इसके लिए, कैपिटल एच स्मॉल एच, कैपिटल एच स्मॉल एच। तो यहाँ देखो ऑप्शन 1 2 और 3 और 4, यहाँ पर पहला कैपिटल ए और ये स्मॉल, तो ये ब्लड ग्रुप ए, और इसका हेट्रोजाइगस ये होमोजाइगस फॉर बम्बई फेनोटाइप, तो ये ब्लड ग्रुप ए है। अब ये ब्लड ग्रुप ए है, ये हमारे पास ब्लड ग्रुप ए है, लेकिन इसके लिए अगर हम क्रॉस करें तो ये हेट्रोजाइगस है। अब लेट सपोज इसके लिए अगर हम क्रॉस करें तो ये ब्लड ग्रुप बी होगा, आई बी स्मॉल आई, और ये भी हमारे पास हेट्रोजाइगस होगा। और अगर इसका हम क्रॉस करें तो ये तो ब्लड ग्रुप बी है, ब्लड ग्रुप बी है, लेकिन अगर यहाँ देखो तो ये स्मॉल एच है, तो स्मॉल एच मीन्स ये हमारे पास बम्बई ओ है, ओ बम्बई फेनोटाइप वाला ओ है। तो 4 में से 1 2 3 4 में से बम्बई फेनोटाइप वाला ये ओ ब्लड ग्रुप आया है, ओ ब्लड ग्रुप, ये एच की वजह से, तो 25%। If the sum of all combination is 1800 and recombinant types are 244 and 322, find the recombination frequency। तो recombination frequency आप इसको हार्डी वीनबर्ग पर, ये और जो अभी इससे पहले हार्डी वीनबर्ग पर आप इसको ट्राई कर लो, तो आपके पास 31% आई थिंक आएगा। ठीक है, तो ये हार्डी वीनबर्ग पर ट्राई कर लो प्रिंसिपल्स में। If the father is diabetic insipidus and mother is heterozygous for it, what is the chances of diabetes in children? अब इसके लिए हमारे पास आप अगर क्रॉस कर लो, फादर हमारे पास डायबिटिस इंसिपिडस है और मदर हमारे पास हेट्रोजाइगस है, इसके लिए हेट्रोजाइगस है, और आपको पता है कि डायबिटिस ये हमारे पास एक्स लिंक्ड रिसेसिव है। सो व्हाट आर द चांसेस ऑफ डायबिटिक चिल्ड्रन? तो ये हमारे पास 50-50 चांसेस है, क्योंकि ये एक्स लिंक्ड है और एक्स लिंक्ड में क्या चीज़ है? रिसेसिव है। जिस तरह हीमोपेलिया है वगैरह, उसमें आप ट्राई कर सकते हैं इसमें कि XY ये डायबिटिस है, ठीक है, और ये हमारे पास हेट्रोजाइगस है, X कैपिटल D है और ये क्या है? स्मॉल d। तो आप ट्राई कर लिए, 50% आ जाएगा। और लास्ट है जेनेटिक ट्रेट्स विच कैन बी फाउंड एक्सक्लूसिवली इन मेल। तो ये हमारे पास जो सिर्फ और सिर्फ वाई लिंक्ड है, वाई लिंक्ड। तो इसमें वाई लिंक्ड क्योंकि ये सिर्फ मेल का क्रोमोसोम है। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
In the name of Allah, the most merciful and the most gracious, today we discuss ETA test, chemistry question number 7. Which one is the most reactive? Option A. फॉर्मल्डिहाइड है, ये एसीटोन है, ये एसेटल्डिहाइड है, ये प्रोपेनल है, प्रोपियोनल्डिहाइड है। ए मोस्ट रिएक्टिव इसलिए है कि इसमें स्टीरिक हिंड्रेंस मिनिमम है, इसमें स्टीरिक हिंड्रेंस मिनिमम है, तकरीबन नहीं है, तो इसलिए न्यूक्लियोफाइल कैन इजीली अटैक ऑन इट, it can undergo nucleophilic addition reaction very easily। तो जिस सब्सटेंस में स्टीरिक हिंड्रेंस ज्यादा हो, it will be the most stable और least reactive। इसमें स्टीरिक हिंड्रेंस सबसे कम है ए में, फॉर्मल्डिहाइड में, तो ये मोस्ट रिएक्टिव है और लीस्ट स्टेबल है। ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट। All of the following are liquid at room temperature except methanol। All these are the members of aldehyde family। All members of the aldehyde family are liquid except methanol। methanol gas room temperature पर formaldehyde या methanol is in gaseous state, इसके अलावा all members of aldehydes are liquid। Which one contains hydrogen bonding? एसीटोन, एथेनॉल, प्रोपेनॉल, एसिटिक एसिड। अल्डिहाइड और कीटोन में हाइड्रोजन इज डायरेक्टली अटैच विथ कार्बन। aldehydes between aldehyde, between ketone, there is no हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग। कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड, एसिटिक एसिड में हाइड्रोजन इज डायरेक्टली अटैच विद ऑक्सीजन। तो जिस कंपाउंड में हाइड्रोजन डायरेक्ट ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजन या फ्लोरीन के साथ अटैच हो, इन सच मॉलिक्यूल देयर विल बी हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग। अब बिटवीन टू मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ एसिटिक एसिड देयर आर 2 हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड, ये हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड, ये हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड, तो ऑप्शन डी इज करेक्ट। इन केस ऑफ अनसिमेट्रिक अल्काइन H2O addition take place according to Markovnikov rule। अगर अल्काइन अनसिमेट्रिक हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस इज अनसिमेट्रिक अल्काइन, वी कैन नॉट डिवाइड इट इनटू इक्वल पार्ट्स। वाटर भी अनसिमेट्रिक है, तो जब हम अनसिमेट्रिक अल्काइन की हाइड्रेशन करेंगे तो वी विल अप्लाई Markovnikov rule, which state positive part will go to that carbon which has greater number of hydrogen. This carbon has 1, this has no, the positive will go to this, negative will go to this. Option A is correct. Oxidation of secondary alcohol gives ketone. Remember, on oxidation all primary alcohols give aldehyde, on oxidation all secondary alcohol give ketone, और tertiary alcohol are not oxidized in normal condition, book में sentence है, but can be oxidized into alkene in the presence of very strong oxidizing agent like CrO3. इसमें D is correct. CH2O plus HCN, HCN में H पॉजिटिव CN नेगेटिव, H प्लस इलेक्ट्रोफाइल और CN माइनस न्यूक्लियोफाइल। अब ये फॉर्मल्डिहाइड है, ये नेगेटिव, ये पॉजिटिव, ये नेगेटिव इस पर अटैक करेगा। अब इस रिएक्शन में इलेक्ट्रोफाइल और न्यूक्लियोफाइल दोनों ऐड हो जाते हैं, लेकिन न्यूक्लियोफाइल फर्स्ट स्टेप में ऐड हो जाता है, प्रैक्टिकली प्रूव हो चुका है, तो देयरफॉर इट इज न्यूक्लियोफिलिक एडिशन रिएक्शंस। तो टू बी नोटेड, द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक रिएक्शंस ऑफ aldehyde and ketones are nucleophilic addition reaction. CH2O is a aldehyde. Which one is amine या skip base? Amine is also called skip base, skip base या amine, ईटा में भी आया था MCQ। जिस ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड में C डबल बॉन्ड N ये फंक्शनल ग्रुप हो, सच ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड इज कॉल्ड amine या skip base। अभी नाइट्राइल है, ये अमाइन है, C double bond N, it is the functional group of amine या skip base, तो option A is correct. In the presence of potassium dichromate and sulfuric acid, ketones and aldehyde oxidizing agent है, तो in the presence of these oxidizing agent, ketones and aldehyde both are oxidized to give कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड्स। अब ये अनसिमेट्रिकल कीटोन है, अगर सिमेट्रिकल कीटोन हो जिस तरह ये सिमेट्रिकल कीटोन है तो इससे एक प्रोडक्ट बन जाएगा C3COOH एसिटिक एसिड। यहां ये अनसिमेट्रिकल कीटोन है, तो यहां रूल ये है कि जिस पार्ट में कार्बन मिनिमम हो ये पार्ट ऑक्सीडाइज हो जाएगा, तो इस कीटोन का ये पार्ट ऑक्सीडाइज हो जाएगा। इसमें कार्बन कम है तो C3COOH एसिटिक एसिड 2 कार्बन वाला कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड बन जाएगा। ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट। C3C2 अगर ये पार्ट ऑक्सीडाइज हो जाए तो इसे ये बन जाएगा, लेकिन दिस इज रॉन्ग। तो अगर अनसिमेट्रिकल कीटोन हो, इन सच ए केस दैट पार्ट विल बी ऑक्सीडाइज्ड व्हिच कंटेन द मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम। तो इसमें करेक्ट प्रोडक्ट ए है। द ऑक्सीजन ऑफ कार्बोनाइल ग्रुप अंडरगो sp2 हाइब्रिडाइजेशन। ये कार्बोनाइल ग्रुप है, इसमें ऑक्सीजन की वैलेंस शेल में 3 पेयर है, डबल बॉन्ड इज कंसिडर ए सिंगल पेयर अकॉर्डिंग टू वेस्पर थ्योरी। तो इन कार्बोनाइल ग्रुप ऑक्सीजन अंडरगो sp2 और कार्बन आल्सो कार्बन 3 एटम के साथ अटैच है, इट आल्सो अंडरगो sp2। तो sp2 हाइब्रिडाइजेशन। CH3COCH3 E कीटोन है, CH2 aldehyde है, can be distinguished by Pelling solution all. Pelling solution test, Benedict solution test or Tolan test, silver mirror test. They are given by aldehyde, not by ketone. Thus by these three tests we can differentiate aldehyde and ketone. Acid anhydride is the derivative of carboxylic acid. Acid anhydride, esters, amides and acid halides or alkyl nitrile, they are called the derivatives of carboxylic acids. Ethanoic acid and formic acid can be distinguished by silver mirror test. ये ethanoic acid है, acetic acid, ये formic acid है. Formic acid में aldehyde की तरह फॉर्माइल ग्रुप है, CHO फॉर्माइल ग्रुप, इट इज द फंक्शनल ग्रुप ऑफ aldehyde. तो फॉर्मिक एसिड में भी aldehyde की तरह फॉर्माइल ग्रुप है. देयरफॉर कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड में सिर्फ ये मेंबर मेथानोइक एसिड या फॉर्मिक एसिड, ये aldehyde की तरह सिल्वर मिरर टेस्ट भी देता है, फिलिंग सोल्यूशन टेस्ट भी देता है, बेनेडिक्ट सोल्यूशन टेस्ट भी देता है. तो ए इज करेक्ट. The solubility of lower carboxylic acid in water is due to hydrogen bonding. Carboxylic acid water में soluble है, क्यों? Because they form hydrogen bond with water. अभी carboxylic acid है, ये water है. So carboxylic acid form hydrogen bond with water. In this way, lower carboxylic acid are soluble in water. Lower carboxylic acid are more polar, so lower carboxylic acid can form hydrogen bonding. Higher carboxylic acid में polarity कम होती है, तो higher carboxylic acid cannot form hydrogen bond. Which one is the strongest acid? A. जब carboxylic acid के साथ ये acetic acid है, जब carboxylic acid के साथ इलेक्ट्रॉन अट्रैक्टिंग ग्रुप अटैच हो जाए तो एसिडिक स्ट्रेंथ विल बी इंक्रीज. अब ए में 3 हाईली इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव, 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन अट्रैक्टिंग ग्रुप आर अटैच विद कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड. बी में 2 है, सी में 1 भी नहीं है, डी में भी 1 नहीं है, तो ए इज करेक्ट. इट इज द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट. The carbonation of Grignard reagent results carboxylic acid. This is one of the methods for the preparation of carboxylic acid. Carbonation means reaction with carbon dioxide. Grignard reagent RMGX react with CO2 to give carboxylic acids. इसको carbonation कहते हैं because in this carbon dioxide is involved. The characteristic reaction of carboxylic SN reaction, SN nucleophilic substitution reaction. Carboxylic acid में atom is replaced by nucleophile. Which one is the least reactive? Amide. In the derivative of carboxylic acid, acid halide is more reactive than acid anhydride. It is more reactive than ester. Ester is more reactive than amide. So in the derivatives of carboxylic acid, amide is the least reactive, most stable. Due to resonance. Amide में resonance occur. में resonance की वजह से stability है. The saponification of ester gives salt. Saponification में fats, esters are fats, they react with base to form soap, salt. Saponification means formation of soap. So fats react with base to form salt. इसको saponification कहते हैं. तो ester भी lipids है, इनकी अगर हम saponification करें, we will get salt. Which one is powerful reducing agent? तो D. केमिनोफोर ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट है, लिथियम एल्यूमिनियम हाइड्राइड और सोडियम बोरोहाइड्राइड. केमिस्ट्री में दे आर पावरफुल रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट. दे immediately donate hydrogen to other. So in this way they reduce the other substances. Which one is present in rancid butter? Rancid means gala sada. तो C. ये ब्यूटायरिक एसिड या ब्यूटानोइक एसिड. It is present in butter. C क्या है? ब्यूटायरिक एसिड. Common name, IUPAC name, butanoic acid. The general formula of carbohydrate, CnH2O whole n. The value of n is 3, 4, 5. The value of n, it cannot be less than 3. ये 3 से कम नहीं हो सकता है. Start आप 3 से लेंगे because the first member of carbohydrate contain 3 carbon. Maltose is oligosaccharide. Oligosaccharide are those which contain 2 to 10 monosaccharide. So one molecule of maltose contains 2 molecules of glucose. The normal glucose level in human blood is option A 65 to 110 milligram per 100 milliliter blood. 1 mole of glucose on complete oxidation by citric acid cycle produces 36 ATPs, adenosine triphosphates. Which prosthetic group is present in chromophore? Chrome mean color, तो colored compound. Prosthetic group mean non-proteinous part. Conjugated protein में there are प्रोटीनियस और नॉन प्रोटीनियस पार्ट को प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप कहते हैं. तो इसमें अमीनो एसिड के अलावा कलर्ड कंपाउंड भी होते हैं क्रोमोप्रोटीन में. क्रोमीन कलर्ड. पिप्सिन इज द बेस्ट एक्टिव इन द एसिडिक पीएच. इसके लिए अबाउट pH 2 इज ऑप्टिमम. The optimum pH of trypsin 8 to 9. This is the most suitable pH for trypsin enzyme. Sulfolipid contain fatty acids, alcohol, carb, all of these. All these are the components of sulfolipids. Natural fats undergoes hydrolysis to produce free acid, glycerol, ketone, the D. अगर हम फैट्स की हाइड्रोलिसिस करें वी विल गेट फैटी एसिड. फ्री एसिड मीन फैटी एसिड्स और ग्लाइसरॉल. अब ट्राई स्टीरीन की आप हाइड्रोलिसिस करें यू विल गेट स्टीरिक एसिड और ग्लाइसरॉल. व्हाट इज द डेली रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ फास्फोरस फॉर एडल्ट? सो 1800 मिलीग्राम. कार्बोनाइल ग्रुप इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ chromophore. Chrome mean color, 4 mean producing, color producing group. तो कार्बोनाइल ग्रुप is chromophore. बुक में 2 टेबल है, क्रोमोफोर के लिए टेबल है और ऑक्सोक्रोम के लिए भी टेबल है. दोनों याद करें. क्रोमोफोर कलर प्रोड्यूस करता है, ऑक्सोक्रोम कलर को डीप करता है. और क्रोमोजेन जब क्रोमोफोर बिन एरोमेटिक रिंग के साथ अटैच हो जाए इसको क्रोमोजेन कहते हैं. Which one is color intensifying group? Oxochrome is color intensifying group. क्रोमोफोर कलर प्रोड्यूस करता है, ऑक्सोक्रोम इसको मजीद डीप करता है, इंटेंसिफाई करता है. तो इसमें all of these. NH2 ये बेसिक ऑक्सोक्रोम है, OH और SO3 ये SO3H है, ये SO3H है सल्फोनिक ग्रुप. NH2 अमाइनो, OH हाइड्रोक्सल और SO3 सल्फोनिक ग्रुप. ASO3HA. So all these are oxochrome. They deepen the color, they intensify the color, and they increase the intensity in the color. Which one is fiber reactive dye? So vinyl sulfone, it is fiber reactive dye. It means this dye make covalent bond with the cloth. So formation of bond is chemical reaction. Lead arsenate is pesticide. ये pesticide है या insecticide है, it kills the insects. What is the boiling rate of diesel oil? 300 to 400 degrees centigrade. A kind of gum secreted by certain trees is known as resins. जिस तरह ये पाइन ट्री से जो लिक्विड एमिट हो जाता है इसको रेजन कहते हैं. चीड़, जावला. What is called black gold? Coal is called black gold, यानी गोल्ड की तरह कीमती है. और petroleum is called liquid gold. The other name of coal, black gold. Other name of petroleum, liquid gold. Which one is the synthetic polymer? Polythene, plastic, ये synthetic है. Protein natural है, cellulose natural, rubber natural. DDT is non-degradable pollutant. Dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane, it is insecticide. It is non-degradable, mean it is not decomposed by bacteria. What is the origin of non-reactive adhesive? Natural, synthetic, C. May be natural या synthetic. ये natural भी हो सकता है, बुक में clear cut sentence है, और synthetic भी. Any substance which contaminate our environment is called pollutant. Contaminate, आलूदा करना, or the process is called pollution. Atmosphere is a big tank of gases. Atmosphere is a mixture of gases. Smoke is the combination of fog and smoke. So C is correct. The turbidity of drinking water should be less than 10 ppm. We can drink such water जिसमें turbidity mean muddy particle, muddy, gadlapan. The condition of respiratory failure in babies having excessive mineral in their diet is termed as blue baby syndromes. अगर डाइट में नाइट्रेट ज्यादा हो तो these nitrates accumulate in the body of baby. As a result, the color of the body of the baby is blue. Therefore, this disease is called blue baby syndrome. Or marasmus mean golden boy. Marasmus is due to deficiency of proteins. इसमें the word marasmus mean golden boy. तो अगर we eat such food in which there is deficiency of protein, then our hairs will become thin and brown. इस disease को marasmus कहते हैं. What is the cause of hardness of water? Both. That water which contain calcium ion, magnesium ion is called hard water. जिसमें calcium, magnesium ion न हो, it is called soft water. Which one play a major role in ozone depletion? Chlorofluorocarbon, freon gas, इसको freon gas भी कहते हैं. It is used in fridges, air conditions. So the main cause of depletion of ozone is chlorofluorocarbon, freon gas. It is very dangerous for ozone layer. Why? Because it contains chlorine. One chlorine free radical destroy one lakh molecule of ozone. What is the main source of lead pollution? Leaded paints, leaded gasoline, gasoline means petrol, or leaded solder, to all of these. What is the pH of acid rain? Less than 5.6. When the pH of rain water becomes less than 5.6, तो इसको acid rain कहते हैं. It is dangerous. Acid rain is dangerous for both living and non-living things. The temperature range of thermosphere 92 degrees centigrade to 1200 degrees centigrade. Which one is qualitative analysis? Low cost test. Low cost test की मदद से हम प्राइमरी, सेकेंडरी, टर्शियरी अल्कोहल को आइडेंटिफाई, डिफरेंशिएट कर सकते हैं. तो ये क्वालिटेटिव है. टाइट्रेशन और ग्रेविमेट्रिक में वी कंसिडर द अमाउंट्स, तो ये क्वांटिटेटिव है. लो कास्ट टेस्ट. Magnesium perchlorate is desiccating agent, drying water absorber. Desiccating agent या drying agent या water absorber is that which absorbs moisture. On combustion, 0.003 gram of organic compound yield 0.006 gram of carbon. What is the percentage of carbon? 60%. Formula book में इस तरह है. Mass of CO2 0.0066. Mass of organic compound 0.0033. N2 12 over 44. 44 is the molecular mass of carbon dioxide. 44 gram. CO2 contain 12 gram carbon. So 100 will contain what? इससे 60 आता है. 60%. Which one is not electromagnetic radiations? कि बीटा रेज. बीटा रेज कैथोड रेज, इलेक्ट्रॉन. ये मटेरियल है, पार्टिकल है. एक्स रेज, वेव गायर यानी विजिबल लाइट, और रेडियो वेव्स, दे आर इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशन. Electromagnetic radiation are chargeless and massless, while beta rays, they are electron, they have both charge and mass. The shortest wavelength is of gamma rays. Gamma rays, its wavelength is shorter than X-rays, radio waves, visible wave guide, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange. Wave guide means visible light. So gamma rays has the shortest wavelength and highest frequency and energy. Functional group region, IR में functional group region is this 1500 to 4000. इस region में we identify the functional groups. Which one has no 1 or 2 spin quantum number? So D. It is a question of NMR topic. According to NMR spectroscopy, those nuclei which contain even number of proton and even number of neutron, they will have no 1 or 2 spin quantum number. यानी they will have no net nuclear spin. अब ऑक्सीजन में प्रोटॉन 8 है और न्यूट्रॉन 16 मास है, 16 माइनस 8, न्यूट्रॉन भी 8 है. तो इसमें 8 प्रोटॉन है. 8 प्रोटॉन विल कैंसिल द स्पिन ऑफ ईच अदर, तो नेट स्पिन 0. न्यूट्रॉन भी इवन है. 8 न्यूट्रॉन विल कैंसिल द स्पिन ऑफ ईच अदर, बाकी में नेट स्पिन है. अब फास्फोरस है, इसका एटॉमिक नंबर 15 है, इसमें प्रोटॉन 15 है और न्यूट्रॉन 31 माइनस 15 16 है. तो न्यूट्रॉन तो इवन है, तो 16 न्यूट्रॉन विल कैंसिल द स्पिन ऑफ ईच अदर. 15 प्रोटॉन है, 14 विल कैंसिल द स्पिन ऑफ ईच अदर. एक रह गया, तो दस इट हैज नेट 1 और 2 स्पिन. इस तरह इसमें और इसमें भी नेट स्पिन है, लेकिन ऑक्सीजन में नहीं है. तो करेक्ट ऑप्शन ऑक्सीजन है. तो इससे हमने एक कंक्लूजन डिराइव किया, जब न्यूक्लियस में प्रोटॉन और न्यूट्रॉन दोनों इवन हो तो इट विल बी NMR इनएक्टिव. अगर एक न्यूक्लियस में प्रोटॉन ऑड हो या न्यूट्रॉन ऑड हो या दोनों ऑड हो तो इट विल बी NMR active. Which electromagnetic radiation is used in NMR spectroscopy? Radio waves. NMR spectroscopy में radio waves are used. Benzene is IR active, IR inactive, maybe C. ठीक है, ये बेंजीन है. Each carbon has one hydrogen. ये नॉन पोलर है. अब अगर बेंजीन में all carbon hydrogen bond are stretched in one direction, यानी अगर एक नॉन पोलर सब्सटेंस में स्ट्रेचिंग सिमेट्रिक हो तो फिर इट विल बी नॉन पोलर, इट विल बी IR इनएक्टिव. लेकिन अगर स्ट्रेचिंग एंटीसिमेट्रिक हो, यानी if one bond is stretched, other is compressed, तो ऐसे केस में it will have net polarity, it will have dipole moment, or it will be IR active. तो benzene may be IR active, may be IR inactive, it depends on stretching. अगर स्ट्रेचिंग सिमेट्रिक हो तो IR inactive, लेकिन अगर स्ट्रेचिंग एंटीसिमेट्रिक हो तो IR active. तो C is correct. Atomic spectroscopy helps in the detection of element, percentage amount, detection of D. Atomic spectroscopy की मदद से we can detect the elements. For example, अगर एक spectrum में there are 4 color line, it mean it is the spectrum of hydrogen, element is hydrogen. अगर एक spectrum में 2 yellow line हो, it mean it is the spectrum of sodium, element is sodium. So by atomic spectroscopy we can identify the elements. This is the end.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am going to start Sunday test physics MCQs, which is from chapter number 15 to chapter number 20, half course second year. MCQ number 5 is a sample of radioactive substance has 10 power 8 nuclei. Total number of original nuclei NO is given, which is equal to 10 power 8 nuclei. If the half-life is 20 seconds, the number of nuclei that will be left after 10 seconds. Now here is given total number of original nuclei is 10 raised to the power 8. Its half-life is given, which is equal to 20 seconds. The number of nuclei that will be left, which is n. After 10 seconds, total time is given, which is equal to 10 seconds. We have to find n. Already we know n divided by NO is equal to 1/2 power small n. Here is NO. Now n is equal to NO original quantity 1/2 and small n is number of half-lives, which is total time divided by half-life. Now n is equal to n naught 10 power 8 into 1/2. Total time is given, which is equal to delta t is given 10 divided by 20. So here is 1/2. So n is equal to 10 raised to the power 8 1/2 under root. So n is equal to 10 power 8 and here is 0.7. So n is equal to 7 into 10 raised to the power 5. When we solve, so we will get n is equal to 7 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 5, which is option number C is the correct option. Next, MCQ number 6. Gamma rays are deflected by. What is gamma rays? Gamma rays, now radioactivity. What is radioactivity? The spontaneous emission of radiation from a nucleus is known as radioactivity. There are 3 types of emission: alpha emission, beta emission, and gamma emission. Alpha has positive charge, double positive charge. It is nothing but it is a helium nuclei. Beta is nothing but it is electron having negative charge. And gamma is a neutral, it has no charge. Gamma is a neutral electromagnetic radiation, it has no charge. Now gamma rays deflect by, when a gamma rays is passed, let's suppose for example this is electric field, positive plate, and this is negative plate. Electric field is from positive to negative. When gamma rays is passed through electric field, it will not be deflect. Why? Because it is a neutral, it has no charge. Similarly, when a gamma rays is passed through a magnetic field, this is north pole and this is south pole, and this is the direction of magnetic field. When gamma rays is passed through a magnetic field, it will not deflect. So first option is given, an electric field but not a magnetic field. No, it is electromagnetic radiations. A magnetic field but not by electric field. Both electric and magnetic field, neither electric nor magnetic. So option number D is the correct option. Next, in a stable nuclei, the number of neutrons is related to the number of protons. Now, stable nuclei, what is stable nuclei? A stable nuclei means it has more neutrons as compared to proton. It means neutron is equal to protons, or neutron is greater or equal to protons. So option number D is the correct option. Next MCQ number 16. The nuclear forces. So nuclear force obey inverse square law of distance. Nuclear force obey inverse third power law of distance. Nuclear force is a short range force. Nuclear forces is equal in strength to electromagnetic radiation. So nuclear forces is a short range force. Option number C is the correct option. Next MCQ number 25. Out of the following, the one which can pass through a 20 centimeter thickness of steel is alpha rays, beta rays, gamma rays, ultraviolet rays. The penetrating power of gamma rays is more as compared to alpha, beta, and ultraviolet rays. It has more penetrating power. Why? Because it moves with the speed of light. Its speed is very high. Therefore, its penetrating power is more as compared to alpha, beta, and UV rays. Next MCQ number 26. 1/8 of the initial mass of a certain radioactive isotope remain undecayed after 1 hour. The half-life of the isotopes in minute is 1/8. So 1/8 is decay. 1/8 is equal to 1/2 power n. So can I write 1/8? 1/2 power 3 is equal to 1/2 power n. It means n is equal to 3. N is given, number of half-lives is given, which is equal to 3. Already we know number of half-lives formula. Total time divided by a half-life time is called what? Number of half-lives. Now here is given after 1 hour. Total time is given 1 hour. So 1 hour means 60 minutes. Divided by t 1/2 is equal to 3. Now t 1/2 is equal to 60 divided by 3, which is equal to 20 minutes. So half-life is 20 minutes, which is option number A is the correct option. Next MCQ, MCQ number 35. The example of nuclear fusion is, one is nuclear fission and the second is nuclear fusion. When two light nuclei fuse and form a heavy nucleus is known as nuclear fusion. For example, if we take hydrogen isotopes like protium and deuterium. So we will get helium nuclei plus hydrogen or neutron. So option number, formation of helium and hydrogen, option B is the correct option. Next MCQ, MCQ number 36. Nuclear forces are dash. Nuclear forces spin dependent? Yes. Nuclear forces charge dependent? No. Nuclear force long range force? No. Nuclear force is a short range force. Nuclear force equal in strength of electromagnetic force. So nuclear forces are spin dependent force. Option A is the correct option. Next MCQ, MCQ number 45. A strong argument for a particle nature of cathode rays is that what is cathode rays? Cathode rays means it is alpha rays, or cathode rays have a charge. Cathode rays means a beam of electron. Cathode rays are a beam of electron. So electron possess a negative charge, so produce fluorescence, travel through a cube, get deflect by electric and magnetic, cast shadow. Now when cathode rays are passed through electric or magnetic field, cathode rays means a beam of electron. So it has a negative charge when it passes through electric field. Let's suppose this is a positive and this is the negative plate. This is the electric field. So it will deflect. It will deflect and follow a parabolic path. Also, when this cathode rays is passed through, let's suppose, magnetic field, so it will also deflect. So it means get deflect by electric and magnetic field. Option number C is the correct option. Photoelectric effects can be explained only by assuming that the electromagnetic radiation is transverse wave, can be polarized, is a longitudinal wave, consists of quanta. Photoelectric effect can be explained by only assuming that the electromagnetic radiation consists of quanta. It means it consists of a packet of energy. It means it's a particle nature. Option D is the correct option. Next, MCQ number 55. If electron in hydrogen atom jump from the third orbit to the second orbit, now the emitted radiation has a wavelength. R is the Rydberg constant. So already we know 1 over lambda is equal to R 1 over P square minus 1 over N square. Now 1 over lambda is equal to R 1 over 4 minus 1 over P is 2. So 2 square minus 1 over 3 is square. So 1 over lambda is equal to R 1 over 4 minus 1 over 9. Taking LCM, 1 over lambda is equal to R, LCM is 36. So here is 9 minus 4. So 1 over lambda is equal to R, 9 minus 4, 5 divided by 36. Now we have to find lambda. So lambda is equal to 36 divided by 5R. So lambda is equal to 36 divided by 5R. Option A is the correct option. Next MCQ, MCQ number 56. X-rays, option A, cause ionization of air when passes through it. Option B, can be deflected by electric and magnetic field. Option C, can be used to detect flaw in a material casting. Option number D, both A and C. So option number D is the correct option. Why? Because X-ray cause ionization when ionization of air when passed through it. Yes. X-rays can be used to detect the flaw in a material. So option A is correct, option C is correct. So the best option is option number D is the correct option. Next, the difference between the soft X-ray and hard X-ray is velocity, no. Intensity, no. Frequency, yes. Polarization, no. So the difference between soft X-ray and hard X-ray is of frequency. Next MCQ, the number of spectral lines in hydrogen atom. The number of spectral line in hydrogen atom is infinite because the single electron can be in any of the infinite number of the excited state. So the number of spectral line which we get is infinite. Next MCQ, when hydrogen is in first excited state, its radius is how many times of its ground state? It means n is equal to 2. So already we know Rn is equal to r square, n square R1. So R2 is equal to 2 square R1. So R2 is equal to 4 R1. So option number B is the correct option. Next MCQ, according to Bohr's theory, what is the angular momentum of the electron in the second orbit? Second orbit means n is equal to 2. So already we know the angular momentum L is equal to nh divided by 2 pi. So angular momentum is equal to n is 2, h divided by 2 pi, 2 cancel with 2, so h divided by pi. So the angular momentum in the second orbit of the electron is h divided by pi. Option A is the correct option. Which of the following is more stable? Electron, no, because it possesses a negative charge. Proton, no, it possesses a positive charge. Positron, no, it also possesses a positive charge. So neutron is a more stable. Why? Because it has no charge. Therefore, it is more stable as compared to the other three. Which of the following statement about the photon is incorrect? Photon exists no pressure. Photon energy is hf. This is true. Momentum of photon is hf divided by c. This is true. Rest mass of photon is 0. This is true. Now, which of the following statement about a photon is incorrect? So photon has momentum as well as energy. So it means it will exert pressure, and here is present. Photon exert no pressure. So option number A is the incorrect. Next. If h is the Planck's constant, the momentum of photon of wavelength is 0.01 angstrom. Now already we know if h is the Planck's constant, the momentum of the photon. So P is equal to h divided by lambda. Now P is equal to h divided by 0.01, and 1 angstrom is equal to 10 power minus 10. So P is equal to h divided by, P is equal to h divided by, here is 10 raised to the power minus 12. So P is equal to h into 10 raised to the power plus 12. So option D is the correct option. In photoelectric effect, the photocurrent. In photoelectric effect, the photocurrent depend both on intensity and frequency? No. Option number B, decrease with increased frequency of photon? No. Option C, does not depend on the frequency of the photon, but only depend on the intensity of the incident light. So option C is the correct option. Next MCQ number 105. If a photon, MCQ 105, if a photon has a velocity c and frequency nu, then which of the following represent its wavelength? Already we know c is equal to f lambda or nu lambda. Nu lambda is equal to c divided by nu or f. lambda is equal to C divided by F, and already we know V is equal to H nu ya HF. Now nu is equal to ya frequency is equal to E divided by H put in 1. So equation number 1 become lambda is equal to C divided by EH, or lambda is equal to CH divided by E. So lambda is equal to CH divided by E. So option A is the correct option. A laser beam is used for measuring large distance because it is a monochromatic, it is a coherent, it is not absorbed, has a small angular spread. So a laser beam is used for measuring a larger distance because it has a small angular speed. Option D is the correct option. Which of the following particle annihilates electron? So electron possess a negative charge and positron possess a positive charge. So it annihilates. So option number A is the correct option. In 115, which of the following particle annihilate electron? Positron. Why? Because electron possess negative charge and positron possess positive charge. The physical quantity having the same dimension is Planck's constant, which is angular momentum. Angular momentum, the Planck's constant H and angular momentum L both possess the same dimension. So option number C is the correct option. Next, bonding in a germanium crystal is. Now germanium is a semiconductor, and in a semiconductor bonding is covalent bond. Option number C is the correct option. Next, the binding force in a metallic crystal is electrostatic force of attraction. No. Van der Waals force of attraction. Yes. The binding force in a metallic crystals are forces. Option number B is the correct option. Next, MCQ number 135. A p-type semiconductor has no hole, no number of electrons. So it means option number C is the correct option because of no holes, no electron. Next MCQ, MCQ number. The resistivity of a semiconductor. The resistivity of a semiconductor depend upon. The resistivity of a semiconductor depend upon. Resistivity shows nature of a conductor. So it means the resistivity of a semiconductor depend upon shape of the semiconductor. No. Atomic nature of the conductor. Yes. The resistivity only depend upon the atomic nature of a conductor. Next, for a full wave rectifier, the minimum number of diode required is 2. Next, for a transistor, beta is given, which is 99. The value of alpha is, so already we know beta is equal to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. So beta is 99, alpha 1 minus alpha. Now solve by cross multiplication. So 99, 1 minus alpha is equal to alpha. 99 minus 99 alpha is equal to alpha. Shift here. Now when we solve, so 99 is equal to alpha plus 99 alpha. So 99 is equal to 1 plus 99. So 99 is equal to alpha 100. So 99 divided by 100 is equal to alpha, which is 0.99. So option D is the correct option. For a common base circuit, IC divided by E, which is equal to C divided by IE is given, which is equal to 0.98. It means alpha is given 0.98. Sorry, alpha is given, yes. Alpha is given, which is 0.98. The current gain for the common emitter will be, now we have to find beta. So same, beta is equal to alpha, 1 minus alpha. So beta is equal to 0.98 divided by 1 minus 0.98. When we solve, so we will get, option number D, which is 98B, which is 49, is the correct option. When we solve, so we will get 49. Option B is the correct option. Next, most suitable material for making transformer core is soft iron because the hysteresis losses is less. Next, for making permanent magnet, we use hard steel, soft iron, copper, brass. For making a permanent magnet, we use a hard steel. Option A is the correct option. Next, Hooke's law is related to, Hooke's law, F is equal to minus Kx. It is related to stress and strain. Hooke's law is related to, correlate to stress and strain. Option D is the correct option. The ability of a material to be hammered, pressed, bent, rolled, cut, stretched into useful shape is known as ductility. Option B is the correct option. When stress changes the shape, it is called shear stress. It is called shear stress. Semiconductor material have ionic bond? No. Semiconductor material have a covalent bond. Option B is the correct option. Next, a photon is a charged particle? No. Electron-positron pair? No. A quantum of electromagnetic radiation. Photon is a particle of energy packet which is also a quantum of electromagnetic radiation. The situation in which the excited state, for example, meta state, contain more number of electrons than the ground state is known as an inversion. Number C is the correct option. Next, the amount of energy required to break the nucleus into constituent nucleus is called binding energy, which is option number C is the correct option. Okay, thank you. Khuda Hafiz.
Hello dear students, I hope you all are fine and okay. Everything is pretty much calm and smooth and you're really enjoying the life that you're living. Today's test is based on tenses, sentence structure and vocabulary. Let us begin. The first statement is, we have met yesterday to discuss something important. Now in this sentence you have to find out the mistake, find out the error, right? What's the error in this sentence, right? So we have met is present perfect structure. Present perfect structure. And in present perfect you talk about an action that was completed or was not completed at an unspecific time in the past. Unspecific time in the past, right? While in contrast, if you talk about simple past tense, past simple tense, it talks about an action which was completed or was not completed at a specific time in the past. So, past tense talks about specific time, present perfect tense talks about unspecific time, right? So if you look at this, we have met yesterday. The word yesterday is a specific time, which means that we have to use past simple tense, not present perfect tense, right? So in order to make it past simple, you have to remove have here from here, right? So we met yesterday to discuss something important. Is going to be a right answer or a correct statement, right? So have is the mistake. So A is our answer. Did you like the movie? Did you like the new movie the new Bond movie, I Dash It Yet? When you get the word yet, you mostly use it in present perfect tense, right? So the structure of present perfect tense is subject plus has or have, and then third form of the verb, right? So we have got I, and then we need has or have. So we have here. I haven't seen is the right answer because it's present perfect, right? So present perfect will take yet, right? So I haven't seen it yet is the right answer. My friends dash by the time I got home. Remember, we have past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. What happens in past perfect tense? It talks about an action that was completed before another action started in the past. Past perfect tense talks about an action that was completed before another action started in the past, right? So if you have this as past, this is your past, that's present. We are not talking about present, we're talking about past. So if one action completed here and the other action started from here, right? This is past perfect tense. Now, the action which was completed here will be written in past perfect tense, the structure of past perfect tense. And the action which started here will be written in simple past tense. The structure of simple past tense will be used, right? Now look at the sentence. My friends dash by the time I got home. By the time I got home means before I got home, right? So before this action, something has happened here. So if you talk about this, you have to use past perfect tense, right? So my friends reached will be past simple, which is not correct. My friends reached, which is present, is also not correct. So my friends had reached by the time I got home is the right answer. Clear? Perfect tense. Someone needed help. They use the correct take question. Take question is a question that is asked for confirmation. This is a question that is asked for confirmation, right? When you want to confirm something, this is very much common in Urdu as well as in English, right? For example, in Urdu, if you tell someone, आज बहुत गर्मी है ना? Right? So you see, this henna is take question, right? You also use it in Pashto, right? For example, nan dera yakhni da kana, right? Nandera yakhnida kana. So this kana and hena are the take questions in Urdu and in Pashto. The same is the case in English. In English you also have take question, right? For example, it is hot, isn't it? Right? It is hot, isn't it? Now it is hot, isn't it is your take question. Clear? So this part and this part. So if this part is positive, this will be negative. And if this part is negative, this will be positive. Clear? And you have to use the same auxiliary which is used here. You have to use it here. But if it is in present tense, if this part is in present tense, so you have to use do or does. Because in simple present tense, we use do and does as the auxiliary, right? So someone needed help. And if it is simple past, you need did in the auxiliary part, right? So someone needed help. As it is simple past, so we have to use did. And if you look at this, this is positive. Someone needed help, so we need to use didn't, right? And if you want to refer to someone which is indefinite pronoun is a pronoun that refers to an unknown person, place or thing. For example, someone, anyone, everyone, somewhere, anywhere, something, anything, and these words. So if you want to refer to an indefinite pronoun in take question, you have to use they. Clear? You have to use they. So the correct answer would be didn't they. Let us find out this. Didn't he? Doesn't he? Don't they? It's don't, but we need didn't. And none of these, right? So we don't have any correct answer. So this is none of these. Clear? I made my brother dash the college classes regularly and punctually. Made is a causative verb. A causative verb is used when you ask other people to do something for you, right? So the structure is subject plus causative verb plus agent plus base form of the verb plus rest of the sentence, right? So the subject we have is I, then the causative verb is mad, I mad. Who is the agent? By whom I did something? By my brother. So I made my brother. Now I need the base form of verb. I made my brother. So if you look at the word attend, attend is the base form. To attend is the infinitive. Attending is present participle and attended is past. So we need base form. Base form is attend. So A is the right answer. If she dash taken a car, she wouldn't have been late to work. Remember, conditional third sentence has this structure. If plus past perfect. In the if clause and subject plus word or any auxiliary or any modal auxiliary word plus have plus third form of the verb and rest of the sentence, right? So if you look at the if clause is missing, the main clause is here. So she is our subject, word, and then have, and then third form of the verb. So it means that we need past perfect tense here, right? So if she is our subject. After subject we need had, then we need third form of the verb and rest, right? So if she dash taken, we already have third form. What we only need? We need had. So where is had? Had is over here. C is the right answer. Sana ran out of water while she dashed the dishes in the kitchen. When we talk about past continuous tense, it actually talks about an action which was in progress when another action happened in between it, right? One action is in progress and the other action happens in between it, right? So Sana ran out of water. Now the action that is in progress will be following the structure of past continuous tense, and the action which happened in between will follow simple past tense as its structure. So we already have simple past. Sana ran out of water. Now we need past continuous structure. So while she had been washing is past perfect continuous. While she was washing and while she was washed is also wrong. So B is our correct answer, right? Sana ran out of water while she was washing the dishes in the kitchen. He had completed writing the book by the time he graduated, right? He had completed by the time he graduated. You have to spot the error, right? So again it is past perfect. He had completed. And I told you that past perfect tense talks about two actions in which one action happened before another action started in the past. So the action that was completed before will be using past perfect structure, and the action that started after that will use simple past tense, right? So he had completed writing the book is past perfect tense, which is absolutely fine. By the time he graduate. So by the time, after by the time we need simple past, but it is simple present. So it is mistake. So the word graduates is our mistake, right? By the time he graduated will be the correct answer. Clear? Rice is being dashed in many Asian countries. Whenever you get is plus being, you need to use third form of the verb because it is the passive structure. So after being we use third form. So growing, grow, grew and grown. Grown is the third form. So D is the right answer. All the top students should be informed to come to the office to obtain the prize. Spot the error. When you get should and after should you get be, so you have to use third form. Or after any modal verb, if you get be, you have to use third form. So if it is can be, you have to use third form. If it is should be, you have to use third form. If it is would be, you have to use third form, right? So all the top students should be informed. Now inform is not the third form, it is the base form. So it is mistake, right? So C is the right answer. He said that he dash have enough time to help us. He said that he doesn't, he didn't, he don't, and none of these. So he said is past. So when you are talking about past, you have to use past auxiliary. Doesn't and don't are present auxiliary, and didn't is past. So B is the right answer. Can you tell me when will they come to meet us? This is there is a problem in the structure. Can you tell me? These kinds of questions are known as included questions. Included questions are those in which there is a question statement and inside the question statement there is another question statement, right? So the question statement that comes inside will have the positive structure, not the interrogative structure. The positive structure is subject, verb, object, right? If it is interrogative, it is auxiliary plus subject plus verb, and that's all, right? So if you see here, when is the question word, that's fine. Now you see we need subject plus auxiliary because we need to make a positive sentence, not an interrogative, right? Because it is question inside question. So you see, will they has to be they will. The correct question will be, can you tell me when they will come to meet us? Not when will they come to meet us, right? So they will is the mistake and C is the right answer. Okay. Abscond is most dissimilar to rob, obscure, flee and absolve, right? Abscond means to run away. Abscond means to escape, right? Run away, to escape. So which word is most similar? Flee, right? C is the right answer. Acquaint is most similar. Acquaint means when you have when you know someone, when you have relation with someone, when you have connection with something, right? So acquaint is most dissimilar, means the opposite of acquaint is alienate, right? Alienate is when you don't know, when you don't have any connection, when there is no information between two things, right? So alienate is the opposite of acquaint. So A is the right answer. Procrastinate means to delay something, right? So soothe, demolish, hurry do not have this meaning. Lengthen means to increase, right? Delay. So A is the right answer. Impervious is most dissimilar. Impervious is actually something that does not allow any fluid to pass through it, right? That does not allow anything to pass through it, right? So we have kind, disastrous, prone and perfect, right? So the word prone means something that allows, right? So C is the right answer. because it is the opposite. Festigate. Festigate is most dissimilar. Festigate means to criticize someone, to rebuke someone, right? So what is the opposite word? Definitely praise, right? Castigate the most similar is most similar to. Castigate means to give punishment, to criticize, to rebuke. The way festigate means, right? So is most similar. What is the word that is most similar? The word neuter, the word punish, the word banish, and the word celebrate, right? So the word punish. Clear? If they had waited another month, they could probably dish a better price for their house. If they had waited for another month, conditional third sentence having past perfect structure. So we need could plus have plus third form of the verb, right? So they could probably have got a better price for their house, right? Have got is the right answer. If I dash taller, I dash be a policeman, but I'm too short. This is second conditional tense, right? So sentence. So if I dash taller, we need was or were. So we need were because we use were in conditional. If I were taller, I dash be a policeman. I could be a policeman, right? C is the right answer. Thank you very much. Let me know if you have got any question in the comment box.